He is Jabrill Peppers of the Cleveland Browns. How have you been, Jabrill?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing better for talking to you. I'm doing better. So,
Appreciate it.
first question for you: Are the Hard Knocks cameras on you right now, talking to me?
Nah, man. It's actually not as bad as it may seem.
Well, I mean, it's good, right? Don't say bad. I mean, it's good to get a camera on you, right? You could shine out. You could
Yeah,
let everybody know who you
yeah,
are.
yeah. But I had a lot of people ask me like, oh, you don't like all those cameras in your face. How do you guys, you
Hmm.
got to watch what you say since cameras on you 24/7. It's like the cameras are there, but it's always cameras at practice.
Hmm.
It's just now that they're in the meeting room sometimes. And then other times, when you're just so locked in, you don't even really notice it. But it's definitely cool, to give the people a look at what we're doing and how we're trying to turn this thing around.
Okay, so let's talk about turning this thing around. How would you rate your rookie season?
Out of
I don't know. Just give me a word for your rookie season. How would you rate it?
um, I'll probably say below average.
So what happened?
Definitely. I just didn't make the plays, that I normally make, that I expect myself to make. And I feel as though if I make those plays, in some of those games, we may win one or two games. You know what I mean? So, that's why I say that.
So, how will things be different this year in your belief? How are you a different player talking to me right now than had I been on the phone with you
Oh
at this point
man,
last year?
year two from year one, man, it's night and day. As far as the understanding the playbook, that's the first and foremost. Now not only do I understand what I have to do, I understand what everyone has to do. And I've played multiple positions in this defense already, which allows me to play faster and play towards my help, when I can. I done got a chance to be around, some great veterans. Learn how to actually watch film the right way, learn how to actually, go about being a pro, because, when you come out, we've been playing this game since we were about 4 or 5 years old, you think that, you kind of got it all figured out, you know what I mean? Then when you go through something like I went through last year, you just got to kind of step back and evaluate and, look at yourself in the mirror and put down what you could have done better, what you could have done more. And if there's anything that you feel like you could have done better or done more, then you're already lost, because you're supposed to be leaving it out there anyway. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just understanding of the playbook, actually knowing the guys in the league, knowing how certain guys play, certain guys' strengths, how certain coordinators coach, who's from that coaching tree of coordinators. They probably have certain similarities. It's just a lot of things that I didn't know as a rookie coming out
Hmm.
that I know now going into my second year.
So look out. Are you one of those players right now on the defense that's hitting the quarterback that Todd Haley's complaining about and Greg Williams is saying then block him? Are you one of them?
That wasn't me that time, but I'll cut it close. I cut it close a couple times. I'm working on that.
Okay. Okay. Are the coordinators getting along right now, Jabril? It seems like
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, absolutely. It's competition. Coach Haley is a competitive guy, but so is Coach Williams. We need that. That makes the players want to compete against each other that much harder. You know what I mean? So it's all fun and love, man. It's all fun and love.
Okay, because we're seeing it just seems like sometimes that they're barking at each other and they're two alpha male. They're not going to back down. None of them are. They're not going to back down, Jabril.
Yeah, man. Competition is good for everybody.
I bet. I bet. And in terms of the competition at quarterback, is there one? Because it just seems everyone's saying it's Tyrod's job. Is it his job, despite Baker being there?
Man, everything is a competition. There's competitions in every room, and I think that's how you bring the best out of one another. When you got to compete against a guy with like talent and things like that, and it's in every room. You know what I mean? So no one knows until that first game. You know what I mean? But they both look good, both doing things extremely well. Tyrod's the veteran, the proven vet, takes care of the ball, took the Bills to the playoffs. You know what I mean? And Baker has shown that he can play in this league. Strong arm, very accurate, good mechanics, good pocket presence. And it surprised me because a lot of people thought of him as a scrambling quarterback. And I don't know this, but this is what I think from just practicing against him is he's trying to force himself to stay in the pocket and go through his progression before he, uses his legs. So, that's showing me that he's trying to, really work on the things that he needs to work on, to be a starter in this league. And Tyrod's the perfect guy to help him through it. And like when I say it's all competition, it's good competition. It's not one guy secretly hoping the other guy does bad. It's, let's compete and make each other better. But whatever you don't know, this is why I'm here to help you.
Jabrill
What I'm saying? So I think that's dope.
Jabrill Peppers, Brown safety here on the Rich Eisen Show. Have you talked with Baker about planting that flag in the middle of the horseshoe against Ohio State?
Nah, man. I love it though, man. I love it. He did something I couldn't have a chance to do.
I know.
I love it.
I know. So how tough is it for you to be in the state of Ohio, Jabrill? I mean,
man,
seriously.
It's I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I didn't think it would be, as flagrant as it was, as far as the Ohio State fans and things like that. Because at the end of the day, I'm a Cleveland Brown now, and my only goal is to, win ball games.
Of course.
Here.
But you'd be making a ton of Ohio State fans happy in the process too with your football play.
Yeah,
Jabrill, right?
Yeah, but I don't even really think about them anymore. They come to practice, scream out my name. And I think it's because they want me to say hello to the child or something.
Okay.
Oh right, like man, come on, man, like go ahead, bro.
So they do bring up the Michigan thing despite trying to get you over to hang out with them. Is that what you're saying? That actually happens?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's why it's just tough. It's tough, but at the end of the day, man, I'm here to win football games. So,
I do want to ask you this, Jabrill. You were, as a freshman, DJ Durkin was your defensive coordinator, and I'm sure you're reading what's going on in Maryland. Did he exhibit? Did he exhibit any of the tactics that are being alleged to have been made in football in Maryland right now, Jabrill?
I mean, Coach Dirk, he was a different guy. You know what I mean? But his tactics were different. I felt extreme at times, but I'm just as shocked. Reading all the stuff that's going on now, because I thought he was only like that because of it was his first time coaching us. He's a defensive coordinator. So he was just trying to get us to buy into how he wants his defense to play. And I thought, once he became a head coach, that he would, calm down a little bit, become more of a people person, a player's coach. But I wasn't really following him, once he left, because, a couple of the guys, including myself, we didn't like how everything went down, when he left. But I'm just as shocked as, reading the stuff that I'm seeing as well.
Can you give me an example of the extreme that you witnessed or went through in a way, Jabrill?
It's just the way, that he goes about getting the most out of his players. Me, being from where I'm from, I didn't like it, but at the end of the day, I knew what the overall goal was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, just the way I would describe it, it's kind of like bully coaching. You know what I mean? I don't think he meant anything by it, but, it's just kind of how it comes off.
A couple more minutes here with Jabrill Peppers, Brown safety here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, so when it all comes down to it, how many wins? Give me a win total for the Browns this year. What do you think, Jabrill?
Man, I'm not in the predicting business, but I can assure you that we will never have another year like last year.
Not again. Okay. All right. Week 1, taking on the Steelers. What's that going to be like? Walk me through what you think is going to happen there.
It's gonna be good. You get a chance to avenge our loss last year at home, which is a game I felt we should have won. We had a block kick early on in the game that really hurt us, as we ended up losing by 4 points. And it's a lot of games last year where we were right there in the game, or lost by a touchdown or less. You know what I mean? That we just have to execute better. And I feel as though with the veterans we have in the room now, and the second-year players who actually understand what the coaches are asking of us, and with their schemes and things like that, I definitely think it's going to be a positive.
And then the week before that, week 1, Michigan, Notre Dame. What are you hearing about this kid, the quarterback? What are you hearing about Patterson coming out of Ann Arbor? What are the words you're hearing about him, Jabrill?
No, I remember him when he was down in the SEC, and he was a really good quarterback. Haven't really been hearing much lately, because I've been trying to get myself right for the season as well. But it's gonna be it's gonna be competition over there too. I don't know. Did they announce that he's starting yet?
Well, I'm sure Harbaugh is keeping that close to the vest for Harbaugh reasons. But that kid better stroll on that field in Indiana in a couple weekends. I'll tell you that, Jabrill.
Peters can play now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's definitely gonna be some competition, and I don't know how good the other freshman is, number 5.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterback is. But
that's your number, Jabrill. He better be good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I feel like whoever they start, has gone through the proper procedures and protocol to be able to be called the starter, and is going to put their best foot forward to help that team.
Well, great chatting with you here, Jabrill. Last time I saw you face to face, because I didn't get to see you at the combine, it was on the field after the game where I was the honorary captain, where you ran through a brick wall because of my words a couple days before, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Yeah. So, and I'm the one in the photograph we're showing right now that doesn't look swole. So, I'm the one on the left. We're showing that photograph right now where we're chatting after the game. So it's just great to see you at the next level, Jabrill, and I hope you have a great season.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
You got it. You take care. That's Jabrill Peppers, Brown safety.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.